Pressing buttons. Yeah, all right. Adults with unhealed wounds. What's up, Secoya Nation? Dr. Schilling bringing you today's daily insights. We're running some serious hardware here, so bear with. Today's segment is inspired by some beautiful humans that are working through some stuff. And the concept is, if you're an adult with an unhealed wound, you literally respond to everything in your life as though you're a child. Because your brain is anchored in the trauma of the past that limits you in terms of how you react. And it's not a conscious thought, because most of what's driving our behavior right now is your subconscious brain. 95 to 98% of your thoughts, of every single one of you who is above the age of 30, is literally like Bill Murray and Groundhog Day. Yesterday is the same as today, and tomorrow will be the same. Because you can't think your way out of where you're at with 2 to 5% of your thoughts that are new. So if you find yourself responding, or if you're observing someone else responding in an unhealthy way, unproductive way, it's because they're literally reacting from either their emotional brain or skipping right over that to their lizard brain. And they're literally, I'm either fighting for my life, running for my life, or I'm freezing so nobody sees me. Like, you got the over-aggressive ones, and then you got the retreaters, and then you got the people pleasers that are just like, don't see me, I'm not here, right? You have these 3 different personalities, if you will. And you know who you are, most likely. Well, actually, you probably don't. So pick one, assign yourself to one of them, and say, well, how do I want to feel? I don't want to be a retreater, I don't want to be an over-aggressive, and nor do I want to be like the people pleaser. So the question is, how do you want to show up? Because once you become aware of your current state, or you even label your affect, and like label your emotions, then you can say, how do I want to have a different experience? Okay? That's the important part. So observe yourself. Sometimes you might even need to record yourself when you're having a conversation. Like, I'm going to record myself when I have a conversation with my kid, or with my spouse, or with my team member at the clinic, or a parent on the phone, or something like that. And I'm going to listen back. I'm going to listen to how I'm responding. Okay? Because then you're going to become aware, am I responding from a place of grounded, centered, neutral, unemotional, unaffected by their other person's reactions? Or am I defensive? Am I attacking? What am I, right? So when you see someone, observe someone else, and their behavior, it might be indicative of how you might react. Because we usually push away what we see mirrored from ourselves, even though it's hard to believe. You might not agree with that. But when we see another behavior that's like, ugh, it's probably because we demonstrate some form of that in ourselves. Okay? Or we have a close family member who, when we were growing up, acted like that. So there's a great book called What Happened to You, and that's done by Dr. Perry and Oprah. Okay? If you haven't read it, it's a great book. Synopsis statement, I want to encourage you to say, instead of what's wrong with Bob or Susie or whoever, say, and no offense to Bob and Susie out there, you guys are beautiful people. I don't know who you are. The point is, like, what happened to them? What trauma are they responding from? Because they're literally like, they're responding like they're 3 or 5 or 7 or some other state which is not as highly intellectual as other states. Like, you might think you're a very intelligent person now, very rational, but the brain doesn't work like that. When you respond from trauma, you literally come back from a state of unconscious emotional reaction. So today's your opportunity to step into self-awareness, to step into self-accountability and say, how do I want to show up? Start recording yourself. Start asking your peers and your friends and your loved ones for feedback. Like, do I seem uptight? Do I seem tense? Do I seem laissez-faire? Do I seem to be avoiding? Do I dip, duck, dodge, and dive things? What is that for me? Okay? So use this as an opportunity to say, how am I? How do I want to show up? And then just start living intentionally, right? We were just talking about, like, if there are people that are crazy around you, people that are toxic, your life is worth so much more than living with people that are toxic in your life. It's just not worth it, okay? Set a boundary with them to keep you in your life and them out, okay? Set that boundary. Identify who they are. Take action. Today is your opportunity. All right, guys? So let this sink in. Mull it over, run it up the flagpole, see if something sticks, and let us know your thoughts. Type in the comments below how you handle toxic people, things like that, and we'll look forward to interacting with you there. All right, guys, have a great night. Bye-bye.